Day. This is Erica reporting about the shapes, forms, and space. Shapes and forms. These two are related to each other in the sense that they define the space occupied by the object of arts. Shapes is referred to two dimensions, the height and width. It has distinctions based on what we see and what we know. It has two categories, the geometric and organic. Geometric. These are the shapes that find origin in mathematical proposition. As such, its translation and use were often man-made. Next is organic. These are readily occurring in nature, often irregular and asymmetrical. Form. Form is referred to three dimensions, which is height, width, and depth. Next is space. It is related to shape and form. It is usually inferred from a sense of depth. Perfect example here is sculpture. However, not all works are sculptures. Two-dimensional can be an example, like street arts that gives optical illusion. They can be amplified, such as the positive and negative space and the three-dimensional space. That's all. Once again, this is Erica reporting.
Good morning, I'm Jubilin Pimentel from cluster 2. Space is related to the shape and form, whether it's real simulated or manifested into two-dimensional artwork. Space can give an illusion to the object in an artwork and also concern with how an artwork depicts. In the middle of AT&T, or the American Telephone and Telegraph Company, or the largest telecommunication companies in the world, the iconic cloud jet was located into the Millennium Park at Chicago, United States. Maybe not all artwork are sculpture into two-dimensional artwork, but may be implied into positive and negative space or the three-dimensional space. Color, one of the elements that enhance the appeal of the artwork. So si color po ang nagbibigay ng appeal or nag-enhance ng appeal ni artwork, and it's play important role in visual composition. It's reflected of the object. A color theory that was first unrevealed or solved, the experiment undertaken by Sir Isaac Newton in 1666. The outcome of this color theory is the creation of the color wheel. And this is the first property of color. The huge, or the one of the main properties, value, refer to the lightness and darkness of the color. Tint, or the lighter color, the normal value, or the pink or red. Shade is the darker color than normal, or the maroon or red. Intensity is the brightness of dullness, the bright of warm color, or the dull of the cool color. Monochromatic harmonies. It means that one color used with a different amount of black and white. This is the color harmony. We use any single color plus tint, shade, and tones. Complementary harmonies. Color create a vibrant look, especially when used of the full saturation or the red and green. Complementary harmonies is the color that opposite each other.
Next topic is element of art and design. First, we have line. What is line? It is a identifiable path. It has width. Also, it has length and direction. There are 5 kinds of lines. First is a horizontal line. In artwork, it shows horizontal line as rest or calm artwork. Next is vertical line. It shows elevation or high of an artwork. So it means that it's showing exaltation or aspiration action. Second is diagonal and cross lines. First, what is diagonal? It shows the movement and stability of artwork. Fourth is cross line, wherein it is the reminiscence of violence, conflict, or struggle, showing artwork. Next is curve line. It shows making wave. Then It shows the softness, grace, and flexibility or even sensuality in an artwork.
Hello, this is Michael Garate, presenting Lesson 6, Planes and Perspectives. Planes and Perspectives. Planes. A plane refers to any surface area within a space. Perspective refers to the representation of objects in three-dimensional space on the two-dimensional surface of a picture. Linear perspective is a rendering technique used by fine artists to create an illusion of depth on a flat surface. Its use was based on the following observations. Number 1. As forms and objects recedes, the smaller they become. Number 2. We were taught that parallel lines never meet. However, when they two seem to converge, when they recede into a distance at a point, they both disappear. This point of disappearance is called the vanishing point. Planes. Ito po yung flat surface na kung saan nagpipinta, nag-drawing, o nag-uukit yung isang artist. Perspective. Nagamit po ito ng isang artist para maging three-dimensional yung isang painting na nasa flat surface lang. Linear perspective. Example po nito ay yung picture na Partington New Railway. Makikita po natin na kahit flat surface lang po yung picture, makikita po na nag-create po siya ng illusion na papalayo yung railway hanggang po sa maglaho po ito. At din lang ang para sa akin. Maraming salamat po.
Hi, my name is Ronnie Siaplico and I will discuss about the three types of perspective. First, one-point perspective, often used in depicting roads, tracks, hallways, or rows of trees. Example nito is kung ano lang yung nakikita nyo. Halimbawa, puno. Kung ano lang yung nakikita nyo sa puno, ayun lang yun. Ibig sabihin, eye level lang siya. Tapos, frontal view. Second is two-point perspective. Pertain to a painting or drawing that makes use of two vanishing points. Yung two-point perspective naman, yung nakikita mo siya yung dalawang sides niya. Tapos 3D siya, tapos and detailed. And last is three-point perspective. In this type of perspective, the viewer is looking at the scene from above or below. Sample na ito is bird's eye view tsaka ants eye view. Bakit bird's eye view? So, yung bird's eye view makikita mo siya from top to hanggang below. Tapos yung ants eye view naman, makikita mo siya ng mula baba hanggang taas. Yun lamang po. Salamat.
Elements of art. Auditory. Auditory meaning related with the sense of hearing, naririnig. Together with literature, music, art, an art form is classified as auditory. Ibig sabihin, yung art, classified siya as auditory, naririnig. The broad category of performance art, music, is like the visual arts. It has own building blocks or elements. Ibig sabihin, yung pag-perform sa stage, kagaya ng dancing and singing, yung mga sumasali sa contest, ayun po sila. There is an important quality that music has, capacity to transcend barriers, even differences in language, or conversation in sounds. Different demographic groups and individuals may have preference as the music. Meron silang kinokopyahan at pinagagayahan. Listeners often to elements for its evaluation. Yung mga judge merong evaluation para masabing maganda yung pag-perform mo sa stage or kahit saang platform ka mag-perform. The elements of rhythm, dynamics, melody, harmony, timbre, and texture. 1. Rhythm. The terms beat, meter, and tempo is the element of music. In time, beat is the basic unit of music, while tempo refers to the speed, beats, or second. Beats can recognize recurrent pattern which is called meter. Yung rhythm, meron siyang beat, meter, and tempo. Largo, slowly, and broadly. Mabagal siya pero malakas. Andante, walking pace. Moderato, at moderate speed. Allergo, fast. Vinace, lively. Nabubuhayan, parang gano'n. Acelerado, gradually speeding up. Ralentado, gradually slowing down. Alargando, getting slower, broadening, malakas. Rubato, literally. Played freely for expensive effect. 2. Dynamics. Refers to the loudness or quietness of music in dynamic. Classical terms are used to refer to several levels pertaining to this. Pianismo. PP. Very quiet. Tahimik. Sobrang tahimik. Piano. Pilang. Quiet. Mezzo. Piano. M tsaka P. Moderately quiet. Mezzo. Forte. M tsaka F. Moderately loud. Forte. F lang. Loud. Fortissimo. FF. Very loud. Kung may quiet, mas mababa sa quiet, medyo quiet, medyo malakas, malakas, sobrang lakas. Ganun yung dynamics.
Good day, ma'am. I'm Stephen Brian O. Pamintuan. Number 3, melody. Melody refers to linear presentation, horizontal of the pitch. Horizontal means the music notation in succession from left to right pitch is the highness or lowness of musical sound. Ito po yung ma'am, from left to right. Ito po yung pagkagaling kaliwa, pababa, to right, malakas yung sounds, pahina po. Harmony. If melody's horizontal harmony is vertical, it arises when pitches are combined from chords. When notes are played, refers to the chords. Ito po yung pinag-combine po nila yung sa horizontal and vertical sounds po. Para makagawa po ng isang notes na kanta po. Timbre. Timbre is the color of the music. Its quality in voice or instrument from another depends on the techniques. The timbre may give certain tones characteristic to the music, much like indifference effect or impression into a canvas. Texture. The number of melodies, the types, layers, and composition in the texture of the music is maybe monophonic, single melodic line, polyphonic, two or more melodic lines, homophonic, main melody by chords. Ito po yung single melodic po. Ito yung isang sounds lang po. Polyphonic po. Ito yung dalawang sounds po na pinag-combine. Homophonic, main melody by chords. Ito po yung susundan nila sa sounds po. Thank you, ma'am.
The principle of arts. The principle of arts generally deal with the way the elements of arts are composed within the work of art. The principle of art represents how the artist uses the elements of art to create an effect and to help convey the artist's intent. The 8 principles of art are balance, motion, unity, harmony, variety, emphasis, rhythm, and movement. All of these principles are clearly deal with the placement of elements within artwork. First of all, in the principle of arts is balance. Balance refers to the use of artistic elements such as line, texture, color, and form in the creation of artworks in a way that renders visual stability. Balance is one of the principles of organization of structured elements of arts and design. Along with unity, proportion, emphasis, and rhythm. You can achieve balance in 3 ways. First of all, symmetry or symmetrical balance means that the work of art is the same on one side as the other, mirror image of itself on both sides of a center line. Second, asymmetry or asymmetrical balance in art is when each half is different but has equal visual weight. The artwork is still balanced. The third,
Radial balance symmetry. In several directions, visual elements are arranged around a central point in the composition, like the spoke on a wagon wheel. The second principle of art is rhythm. Rhythm is a principle of design that suggests movement or action. Rhythm is usually achieved through repetition of lines, shapes, colors, and more. It creates a visual tempo in artwork and provides a path for the viewer eye to follow. Next is pattern. Pattern is the repeating of an object or symbol all over the work of art. Repetition works with patterns to make the work of art seem active. The repetition of elements of design creates unity within the work of art. The next one, emphasis. Emphasis is the principle of arts that helps the audience put the story of a painting together in their own mind. Any object or area of emphasis is called a focal point. The focal point is meant to be the part of an artwork to which the viewer eyes are first attracted.
Principle of arts, contrast. Contrast is created when two or more opposing elements are present in a photograph. Sinasabi dito ng contrast ay nabubuo pag mayroong two, two or more elements sa isang photograph, like light against dark, warm against cool, dark against bright, mga ganon. Unity. Unity describes the visual relationship between elements in a photograph. It helps create a cohesive image. Using similar colors or toners, concept or elements cultivates a sense of unity. Sinasabi naman dito sa unity ay ang pagsama-sama ng iba't ibang elements sa isang photograph. Movement. Movement is shaped by the elements and principles of art and design. Sinasabi naman sa movement ay ang pagkuha ng control ng photographer sa the way na makita ng viewer yung isang photograph. Meron naman tayong other fundamentals of art, like composition, contrast, dominance, content, aesthetics, and art criticism.
Combined art forms. These combined art forms are interesting specimens that can be studied to understand what art form and styles have been combined. Sa combined arts, madali lang itong mapag-aaralan at maintindihan kung anong klaseng art form styles ang paggamit nito. In combined arts, improvisation is often top in addition to practical and logical considerations of creating an artwork. In combined arts, the artist is challenged to deconstruct an idea or stimulus from which content, narrative, technique, art forms, and styles will take form. As different art forms and styles are tapped, inspiration may come from numerous sources, and documenting process of fusing influences may be part of the production. Sa combined arts, marami ang content na nagpapipilian ng mga artist kung narrative, technique, or art forms ito. A clear example of combined arts is theatrical performance that taps in many art forms, such as music, 2D and 3D art, literature, lighting, and set design, among others. Referencing the tapping in the fields of robotics, artificial intelligence, biotech, natural and computer sciences, telecommunication, information, digital interface technologies. More than anything else, hybrid arts are driven by the expansion of imagination and what is possible through the blissfully.
Good day to everyone. I am Jake Travel from BSIT2, and I want to discuss about combined hybrid arts. What is combined or hybrid art? It's apparent art that may be defined under strict lines that separate one art form or style to another. It is when two or more independently developed artistic activities are joined in some combined form. In a broad sense, it is easy to describe visual form of the car, which experimentation and innovation are encouraged. The arts are not exempted from increasing overlaps, merge, confusion of different aspects of art production and their resultant consumption. Necessary of the solution become innovative, wherein alternative routes to the familiar, common, and customary are given premium. In contemporary art, these are developments when mirrored in multifaceted nature of artworks that were created. What is combined art? Combined, combined arts is where the different art forms is interact and create something new and exciting across outdoor arts, carnival, festival, spectacle, interdisciplinary work, live art, and participatory and social art practice, which two or more art form styles are combined. These combined art forms are interesting specimens that can be studied to understand uh, what art form and style have been combined. Thank you.
She wouldn't listen.